This is a Saturday morning TV log from Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. Welcome to another Saturday morning TV log, and this time around it's Saban'S Around the World in 80 Dreams, brought to us by Will Saban, of course. Greetings, my fellow YouTubers. I'm Doyle, the Big D to you. This is Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. This week's Saturday morning TV log is, well, a show that originally started out in France. It's Saban's Around the World in 80 Dreams. It originally premiered in France as Les Adventures de Carlos, which premiered on Canal Plus in November of 1992, and then the following year it would be broadcast in the US as part of Bobot Entertainment's Amazin Adventures block. Now then. Now, of course, Saban International Paris was the actual producer, along with TF1, with the participation. Excuse me, I'm getting told that participation of Canal Plus and the CNC, which that's it all in French, so I'm just gonna call it that. And then in the U.S., Bobot Entertainment teamed with Saban and produced giving us this in the U.S. Now the series focuses on a big guy of a guy and what have you. What I think was kind of a sailor, but I'm not sure. His name is Carlos, and he's based on Carlos Dolto, a French singer and celebrity, along with his parent Oscar and 3 adopted children, who are Mariana, Koki, and AJ. Now they were adopted, and they live on Carlos's own tropical island. He loves to tell the children stories about how he met world famous important figures in history, inspired the children's disbelief. Well, each week, Carlos and the kids and Oscar go on fun filled adventures just to see how things have turned out in years past. Well, in a way. With the help of the strangest named character you could ever imagine, Grandma Tadpole, yes, you heard me correctly, who lives on one of the beaches of the island, which is just right across from Carlos's place. He travels back in time together with the children in order to prove to them that he is right. Now, whenever the group's in trouble, Carlos will lose control of himself and has the ability to transform into what looks like a bull or an ox, actually. And I gotta tell you, that is really, really something. Anyway, now, Haim Saban and Shuki Levy, of course, were the composers for the series, as of course they were certainly no strangers to working doing the stuff for this studio, because Haim Saban was, of course, the founder of this company. You probably knew that already. Anyway, I hadn't seen this show in a long time, since I was in my teens when it came to the Amazin Adventures block. And when I finally saw it, it was a pretty fun-filled show. But I feel like this is pretty underrated and probably one of the more forgotten shows of 90s animation. Now, of course, it aired for a single season, but however, there was an overall total of 26 episodes produced and aired. Now, I can't remember seeing all the episodes. I've seen most of them, but I can't remember. Like I said, that was a long time ago, and well, I'm not really sure if it was ever re-aired again, even though Fox Kids Worldwide would later own the rights to that. But of course, ownership of the series had gone to Disney in 2001. So I'm not really sure if the Fox Family Channel ever re-aired this show. I don't think they did. I know they aired several other Saban works and what have you, but this one I'm not 110% sure. But anyway, I'm going to say Around the World in 80 Dreams proves to have a little fun message in each episode with its fun-filled trips around the world in time and what have you. It's really good. It has two different songs though. One's a different, well, one's the intro song, which is pretty good. It kind of sounds like a little, well, I don't know, tropical theme well, or something like that. But for the second song, it's a pretty good song and what have you. And I'll tell you a fun fact about the closing theme. Because a few years later, we would later hear a little bit of an instrumental version of the end theme in one episode of the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. When in the episode where Bulk and Skull think they had taped the Power Rangers, but of course Zack swapped them a videotape and it was playing Around the World in 80 Dreams. That's when I heard its closing theme in an instrumental way. Yeah. But anyway, I'm going to say that this is a nice little show, but is there a way to see it? Yes. However, only half of the episodes I found on here are in English here on YouTube. Now, there is a way to see the rest of the series, though. The Internet Archive has all the episodes, so that's your best chance of finding it. Only half of the episodes are on YouTube in English. A few of them there are others, but unfortunately, they're in different languages, though, so I am going to tell you that this proves to have a real good fun. Well, it's hard to explain. A fun-filled adventure in just about every single episode. But I think you'll really like it if you give it a try. Here, give me a second. I'll be right back. Now, I'd say this was probably taken from a later physical media release on video cassette, but I might be wrong. This is the whole cast. We see Carlos, the boy with the glasses is Koki, and the African American dude is AJ, and there's Mariana, and then of course the green gal is Grandma Tadpole. So now you know the characters. Well, I'm sorry, Oscar's not shown, but one moment. And here's another shot of Carlos and the kids, and there you see Oscar there. So now you've seen what this show is like, but wait a minute. Have I forgotten something? Of course I have. The voice acting. Now I'll give you the ones from the actual English dub of this. Performing Carlos is Mark Camacho. Now, of course, he has appeared in several films and what have you, so now you know that he's done that. Now, of course, he had also done several other series on TV, like appearing on various shows, including, he recently appeared, in one or two episodes of Nickelodeon's Are You Afraid of the Dark? And lots of others. Now, actually, but for animation, this wasn't his first time. He had also lent his voice to the English dub of Samurai Pizza Cat, as well as Young Robin Hood. And then later series, if I'm not mistaken, yes, I was correct. Excuse me. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Well, there's just so many. Most of these, I'm afraid, I'm not quite too familiar with. Most of these might be from internationally or Canada and what have you. So bear with me. He's done lots of these shows. Now then, voicing Mariana is Patricia Rodriguez. Now this is a pretty good character, and I think this one's pretty good. Voicing Koki is Pauline Little. another Canadian voice actress who was Scottish born. Of course, she also lent her voice to the English dub of Samurai Pizza Cats as well. She had also lent her voice to Arthur and let's see, Ulysses 31, and several other Saban series, including Saban's Adventures of Peter Pan, which I'm not familiar with that one, nor Saban's Adventures of Pinocchio, not familiar with that, but Saban's Adventures of the Little Mermaid, yes, I'm familiar with that. She also lent her voice to the Tay Ruxpin cartoon and Mega Babies, which of course I've already mentioned about Mark Camacho. They were both on that. And she was even the voice of Caillou's grandma. Yes. And AJ is voiced by Sonia Ball, while Grandma Tadpole and Oscar were both voiced by another Canadian voice actor. And this is a name I'm pretty sure I'm familiar with. And yes, Rick Jones, who he had done numerous ones, including Care Bear specials, the Raccoons. Oh, let's see, the Little Bits. I've heard of that show. He also lent his voice to the Saban, Pinocchio, and Peter Pan series as well as Maya the Honeybee, Rupert, Saban's Adventures of Little Mermaid, Young Robin Hood, and even the English dub of Samurai Pizza Cats. He's also lent his voice to the Saban Gulliver's Travel series. I've heard of that one. The Busy World of Richard Scarry, Little Bear. Oh, the list goes on. Definitely, my friends. But I would probably remember him best as the voice of Fufu, the lucky bat from Sagwa, the Chinese Siamese cat. So anyway, so now you know about Saban's adventures. Well, not adventure. I mean, Saban's around the world in e-dreams. Whoops. Yeah, when that happens. Yeah, so now you know about Around the World in 80 Dreams. I think it's worth a watch. I think you'll like it. It's a pretty fun show, and it has great characters and what have you. Definitely. So that's going to do it for this Saturday Morning TV log. Have you ever watched Saban's Around the World in 80 Dreams? If so, let me know in the comments section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. And you know the rest. I've just found out I am now 34 subscribers away from 1,000. Keep it up. Alright, join me later tonight when I bring to you a spoiler-free review of the Fantastic Four First Steps, and an out-of-the-year reaction will be coming up later in the day. So if you like this, consider checking out these other Saban series I've tackled. In the upper left-hand corner is my Saturday Morning TV log on Saban's Adventures of Oliver Twist. The upper right-hand corner is the second part of my Do You Remember UP and Kids series on The Mouse and the Monster. Or if you would like maybe another fun-filled series direct from the Amazin Adventures blog, check out the Saturday Morning TV log I did for our later show they had, Princess Guinevere and the Jewel Riders. And the bottom right hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe if you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., as well as the Saturday Morning TV log. Then I'm your guide. Thanks for watching, and next week's Saturday Morning TV log is Bailey's Comics. So until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.